Hey Max, how are you? Good to see you.
Good to see you, my man. How are you?
Great, great. Good to get a chance to talk to you today. I appreciate you taking your time out to talk to us at XS Rock. I know you're really busy. You're getting ready to hit a big tour circuit here, so I'm hoping to catch you on one of these shows live. So um,
Where are you at?
I'm in Sarasota, Florida, so I'm just outside of Tampa.
Oh,
About
right
an hour.
on.
Yeah, so you're going to be in Tampa pretty quick. Yeah, a few weeks, I think. So I'm looking forward to that.
Awesome, man. Yeah, I'm excited to be talking to you. Happy late New Year, to you.
Thanks, same to you, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
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 last year
yes.
kind of went just zoomed by, man. So we're in.
It's crazy. Like
Yeah,
the last years are just going by. It's nuts, man. It's like what's going on? It's just going too fast.
yeah, yeah. I
It was
mean,
just it was just New Year's. It was just Christmas a minute ago, and it's like it's all over again. And I bitch about it. Football. I think football season is too short. For me,
yeah,
because I
I
wouldn't
hear
mind if
that.
football was the whole year.
Yeah, I hear that, man. I know what you're saying about that. And time does seem to really zip by, And I don't know if maybe you and I are pretty close to the same age. I don't know if as I get older, it seems like the years get shorter. Like, I'm thinking, really that was like 7 months ago. I thought that was like just a few weeks back. So
My friend just told me next this year is 25 years of Soulfly 1, and I was like, no, stop, you're messing with me, right? And I went back and checked it, and it is. It's like, God damn it, 25 years since the first record. That's insanity, man. It's crazy, but
it's
hey, we're
great.
all we're all here. We're healthy. We're good. It's good to be alive and doing what you love.
Yeah, man, you've got a great legacy. I mean, Soulfly, I've just been a fan since the first album, of course, and of course I kept up with you with Sepultura before that. But Soulfly has, it's its own animal. I love it. I mean, this new album. Tell me a little bit about the new album. Of course, this Totem came out. I'm really impressed with it. I really like what you've done with this album. And tell me
Thank
about
you.
recording it, putting it together. How was that process? Was it different than you've done recently, or do you pretty much have a formula at this point for putting them together?
No, and I don't really like formulas. I think once you hit a formula, things tend to get stale
Sure.
and repetitive. And I try to, as much as I can, break away from that whenever I can. So this record was a big chance to do something totally different from everything we did, and it was very unorthodox. The whole process of this whole record was from beginning. It was just me and my son first, just
Nice.
jamming together. Like I felt like I was joking like, yeah, we're the new Dark Throne. It was like just two guys, the new White Stripes. Because for like 6 months it was just me and him
Sure.
jamming, writing the skeleton of the record.
Mhm.
And it was of course done during the pandemic, and really awesome help from the producer Arthur Risk. Arthur's a great guy. I've done a couple records with him now. Of course, he did one of the most amazing records to me. It was Power Trip,
Mhm.
Nightmare Logic, which is a amazing fucking record from beginning to the end. It's just awesome. And Arthur is a lover of heavy metal like me. He loves the old shit. We can talk for hours about Satan and Maiden and Tigers of Pantang. I mean,
Oh
my
yeah, old
brother
school
even.
stuff.
Oh yeah, my brother leaves the room when we start talking heavy metal because he doesn't really like that shit. He goes, "Nah, you guys are nerds. I'm out." And me and him just really, even though I don't play that style, I love it. I grew up with it.
Yeah,
Like the new wave of British heavy metal,
yeah.
huge impact on me. Like right now, I got the Iron Maiden headphones.
Nice.
Um, yeah, I had to get those babies. I collect headphones, and I saw that Maiden made headphones. Like, oh, I gotta get me one of those. So yeah, so me and Arthur really glue on our love of metal, and he's got a really good ear and a really good way to get stuff out of you that doesn't come out naturally.
Gotcha.
Like pushes the right buttons to get you either pissed off or angry. A lot of times, a mean riff, you need to be angry to write a mean riff. You can't be watching, you can be watching a comedy and watch them. Maybe you can, I don't know. But to me, it was like hooking up with Arthur was like, all right, man, deep down, I want that young Max Cavalera, 17-year-old, pissed off at the world, give it to me. And so we went there a couple times during this record. We're doing vocals was like that, and on the riff. So I had a blast making the record because it was just kind of like no rules. We threw the rule book out of the window. Like, let's just make whatever we like gets in, whatever we don't like we cut out, and just kind of we did everything that we wanted. Is in a way is a very I feel Totem is to me is a very strange Soulfly record, but it's exciting at the same time. I feel the songs, some of the main songs of the side A are very strong songs. We've been playing them live, and we close with Spirit Animal, which is like 10 minutes. I never done a 10-minute song, so I was in total weird territory, like out of my comfort zone for sure.
Yeah, it's really cool though. I like it, and I like the diversity of the album. It's pretty eclectic, and yeah, you kind of threw everything in the kitchen sink into it, and I like the way it came out though. I mean,
I gotta watch it myself. I get carried away. If I don't have a good producer watching, you end up with fucking psychedelic dub jazz in it, and be like, yo, nobody likes this shit, man. What are you doing? Like, only you are vibing on this.
I suppose
with little doses, it's cool,
Yeah. I mean, I was gonna say, I suppose you kind of have this, Soulfly has a distinct sort of structured sound that you expect, but yeah, I suppose it's kind of fun to play with that chemistry a little bit and throw a few different, curveballs in there just to kind of see how that works.
I kind of can get away with murder with Soulfly a little bit. Like I think Soulfly fans kind of expect that anyway.
Yeah.
For me to shock a Soulfly fan, it has to be real crazy. Like maybe like I'm jamming with Willie Nelson. They might be like, whoa. But even if that happened, I don't think they're gonna be that surprised. They'll be like, hey, yeah, man, he did shit with Sean Lennon, so why not? Why not?
No, I think it's really cool, and I like that aspect. That you kind of play around with it. You do a little bit, but like I said, it's grounded. It still sounds like Soulfly. So that's cool.
Yeah, it still has the I guess the main ingredients are still there. And to me, it's all about. I really don't care for what happened to the record after it's done. It's kind of like, it's kind of like they're like your kids. You birth them, you put them in the world, and watch them get out in the world, go do their things, and you get another kid or something, because there'll be another record. I'm a huge kind of like a positive person in that area. Like a lot of musicians, I think when they hit my age, especially if they've done some record that people call it legendary, blah blah blah, they're discouraged by that. I'm the opposite. I'm more encouraged to keep trying to make this perfect record or whatever it is. It's an illusion, but you're chasing that illusion, and the chase is actually the fun, because you're in constant chase, you're in constant motion, and I think that keeps it from being stale, that keeps it from, I guess so I'm still like, I'm in my heart, every time I go in the studio, I go with all these very ambitious ideas, like, yes, this is we're gonna do something, and then what happens to the record, it is what happens. It's kind of out of our hands, you know.
Yeah, and I think that's cool. You know, we were talking about old school metal there and like new wave of British heavy metal and stuff. That's the same kind of stuff I grew up with. And what I liked about those bands was that each album later for me as a listener, they were like a snapshot in time. You know, they were doing something a little bit different. So I kind of relate to those albums as times, memories in my life, like to other things. It's all kind of interconnected to me. So I kind of like that, you know, when you can listen to an album and kind of pinpoint it to a certain place and time that the band was doing that. And I think you guys have done that too. You know, the albums have a kind of an ebb and flow of variety to them. And yeah, it's great stuff all the way around. So what's to complain about?
Yeah,
It's always
I mean,
good.
the main thing is still to me is like, don't let that 17-year-old kid inside of you uh disappear. You
Yeah.
know, I fight tooth and nail to preserve that. Even with my wife, I'll be like, nope, you don't get to say you acting like a teenager. Yes, I am. Yes, and and I will not stop. You know, I will fight to stay this way. You know, it's like,
Yeah, there's energy
uh,
in that.
right.
There's energy in youth. So yeah, I totally get that.
I said something funny the other day. It was I can't even remember what it was, but I think my son was with me, and it's like he looked at me and goes, "Don't ever change." You know, he's all like, "Please don't change." Like this is awesome. You're just like you're unique, man. You know, don't you ever change. And I as far as metal goes, that's it, man. That's what drives the car.
Yeah.
It's just fun. It's just fun to play. I don't care how older I'm get or um, you know, those that stuff all goes out of the window once I hit that stage, man. It's like you become possessed and you even forget that you're old. You know your back's gonna hurt tomorrow, your neck's gonna hurt, but hey, what the hell?
Hey, if Keith Richards can
It's
still do it.
yeah, exactly, man. Like you got to look at that and still and have fun with it, man. That's the main thing. That's why we do this. You know, I didn't get into metal. There's many reasons why people get into metal, in rock and roll and metal, and some of them were for uh for riches, for success, for girls. You know, for me, it was actually like it was fun. It was a combination of fun and anger
Mhm.
together.
Yeah.
I was really angry at stuff, so I had the guitar as a weapon.
Yeah, it's an
But
outlet.
I was having fun. You know, it's like it's in the end of the day, you gotta have fun. You can't just be like also like just miserable. You know, like have fun, have fun. I try to teach that to my son. Also, Zion's playing the drums on Soulfly, and it's like sometimes I look at him and it's like, hey man, just enjoy it. You smile, have fun. You know, this is great. This is amazing. You know, um, don't get caught up too serious on. You got play good. You know, don't fuck up. Yeah, and even if you fuck up, I really don't care. It's more important that we're all having fun.
Yeah.
You know, we're not robots. We're not we're not supposed to play perfect. You know, we try to play as good as we can, but we are not robots. And if you fuck up, you fuck up, man. It's whatever. It's live. At least it's live music, man.
Yeah, and I like that because you know nobody wants to go see a band lip sync or play to a tape track or anything like that. So you know,
Exactly,
I'm
man.
cool with it. You know, if the
Yeah.
strings break or you know drum heads off, break a stick, hey, whatever, just keep going. It's great. That's
Yeah,
live in the moment. You know.
I have murdered so many songs live by other bands that I tried to play. I think once I had the audacity that tried to play. I think it was a Van Halen. I think I tried to do Unchained. I don't really know how it goes, and I played my own way, and in my head sounded cool, but everybody in the crowd is looking at me like, "What is he playing?" Like we don't know what's that, you know? And it's like in my head it was Van Halen, you know. But yeah, it's just fun, you know. I kind of love messing with the crowd like that, and um, we go on this long tour. Like this one is 9 weeks, man.
Yeah.
when we saw the thing, I was like, I saw the shirt. I remember looking at the shirt. The whole back of the shirt is dates. Um, and not many bands do that anymore. And I love that we're doing that.
Yeah.
We're like one of the old school mentality. My son called it dog mentality. You know, you gotta have dog mentality to go do those tours.
Yeah.
You know, by the 8th week, you were ready to kill each other. You know, like,
Yeah, but you know, that's
did you
great.
steal my bag of Doritos? No. Yeah, you stole my bag of Doritos. Don't lie, motherfucker. Let's go. You know.
Yeah, it's great that you're still doing that, though. I mean, that's how bands, you know, things have changed a lot, obviously, with social media and everything else, YouTube, things that get you out there. But, you know, used to bands, they took it to the street and they just went town to town playing, and that's what got you your audience, you know?
I
And I
still
think,
believe that. I still believe that
yeah,
1,000%.
yeah. I mean, you
That's
know,
it's the old school approach. Um, and I enjoy it, man. I don't, yeah, I love it. I'm an old school kind of guy anyway. Like, uh, you know, I was watching this. I think it was like it's like a YouTube video, and that they had BB King on it with them, and he said the same kind of shit. Like, I'm old school kind. I like to go in the bar, see what's happening, and I start jamming with the guys, and just see what happened. Just see what, you know, something comes out of that. You know, and I like that. I love that attitude. I'm the same way. So I kind of interact with a lot of the opener band. I end up making a cover song in the end of the set that involves everybody, and
nice.
you get to like finish the set with the kind of like a tribal feeling, I guess,
Yeah,
like without being too to the point about the tribe, but it is like a community, you know.
yeah, that's
We're all
cool.
in the same boat together. Yeah, I've been here longer than these guys, and a lot of them are younger guys, but that doesn't matter. We all love metal, and sometimes to jam with them is a lot of fun, and just, you know, you play some classic. I think we did the last tour was playing with my brother, was playing Beneath the Remains and Arise.
Mhm.
So we did a little bit of Overkill of Motorhead.
Nice.
That was fun. That was such a,
Yeah, Motorhead's just fun.
you forget how good Motorhead is, but until you play it,
Yeah,
and then
yeah, they were always
you
fun
go,
songs.
ah, God, yeah, no, fun, super
Heavy
simple.
driving songs, but fun to
Yes,
listen to, fun to play. Yeah,
fucking super simple, but to the point, and they had that it in it. You know, they had that
yeah,
it that it's hard to it's hard to even explain what it is, but they had it. Lemmy had it, you know. And it's kind of like that, like kind of like that to me. I love all the aspect. If I could, like, I'm one of those guys. Um, I go actually different from a lot of people. I go on tour, and when I get out of the tour, I have withdrawals that I still need to be on tour. You know, I'd be home and I'm like, "What time is the show? Oh yeah, we don't play tonight. Oh yeah, I'm at home. Oh shit. Oh damn, you know, like withdrawals. I go through withdrawals,
yeah. I mean, that
and
adrenaline rush has to be something that you can't really compare anything else to getting up and like. I'm sure you on stage, you're feeling that frenzy of the audience, and it comes back to you. You know,
yeah, but I think it's beyond that even. It's like the whole experience. The driving city to city, to hanging out in the bus with your bandmates, telling jokes, watching stupid shit, laughing, you know, and
sounds like guy shit, but just with metal thrown in. You know,
right, yes, yes,
cool.
and then yeah, I just love the whole process, and I don't does never got old on me going on tour. For a lot of people, they get burned out. They do.
Yeah.
They like they can't take it anymore. They they can't do it. It's not like me. I'm a road dog. Once I'm out there, yes, I'm out, man. I'm ready. You know, like I love the whole different city, different people, different food, different atmosphere. I want to, you know, I want to leave, man. I want to feel the world, you know, and you know, I end up kind of like at the best job in the world because of that.
Yeah.
because I get to do those things that I love, experience those things, and I get to, I get to do it with people that I love. And I figured like I did an interview because I said that to me, it's the meaning of success more than anything else. Is doing what you love
Yeah.
with the people that you love. And
Sure.
it's as simple as that. So that's a simple thing, but it really gets to the root of the of being making you a happy person with yourself with what you do. And so yeah, I love these long tours. We actually haven't done one of those since back in the Sepultura days. Um, I think the Arise days were like that. We had those 9-week tours and stuff, and I have not done one of those. So this is like going back to that era idea. Um, it's gonna be fun, man. It's gonna be fun, and I love to experiment with the set list too. So there's a lot of other stuff you can put in. Um, we just got we just got Mike DeLeon to play guitar with us. He's with
Yeah. Yeah.
mostly with Phil Anselmo, and he's a great guy. He's a ripper, man. So
Yeah.
the stuff
I would think he would fit in very well.
very well. Yeah, it's fit like perfect. It was like meant to be kind of thing, and so I get to with a guy like Mike, I can really dig in on the set list and play pretty much everything that I want. I can go back to uh, early Soulfly 1 or middle Soulfly, Dark Ages, Prophecy era. We can play everything. So it's gonna be fun. Excited to do the set list for this run, and looking forward to also play a good amount of Totem songs. So I'm gonna try. Even with a mind try Spirit Animal Live, I think that would be cool. Even though it is 10 minutes,
Yeah.
I think the crowd would appreciate that. I think it'd be cool. I never done a song like that, so it would have been new to me as well.
Yeah. Very cool. Do you ever get on stage and you're kind of connecting with the audience? I mean, you've got a lot of back catalog of songs and music to work with for set list. Did you ever just, I mean, at this point, do you switch it up like during the show and just hit the other guys and say, hey, what, I'm liking this, let's just do this, and throw in, some extra songs just because of the energy you're feeding from the crowd or anything?
So right, so the best would be if I was like James Brown and I could just shout songs and the band is ready, right?
Sure.
You motherfucker better be ready. If I'm calling, Corrosion Creeps, let's play that.
Yeah.
We're not there yet. We gotta gotta practice more, but we have a bunch of stuff that we can actually change from day to day, so it doesn't become, because there's a very danger of becoming robotic.
Yeah, sure.
And monotonous at the same time. So I think like you have to try to stay with within a way that that you can change, and but I think it changes anyway, man. Every night is different. That's what's cool, because we're not playing through a tape. It's all live. It's all plug in. Even the setup, it's all amplifiers. I'm not into the whole in-ear monitor, none of that shit. It's all real live, real amplifiers, real chords, real rock and roll. Remember rock and roll, people? Like bands that actually play, and you hear them coming out of the goddamn amplifiers and the drums. It's that. It's that live communion. That's what creates the excitement. And then within that, I think we get to play different songs. We don't really do the same set every night. The majority of the songs are the same, but we will change from city to city in a little bit. So it keeps it fun.
You ever thought about, I mean, I don't know on this tour, what your set list looks like. Maybe you don't even have it quite defined yet, but any chance maybe some nail bomb tracks might make it in, one or two?
right. So that was an idea that was uh we had it during practice. Also, even some old school Sepul stuff, because we were in Australia. We did Refuse to Resist, because that's the song Zion Heartbeat opens the record. Um,
Nice.
and we were excited to have him with us. And so I made the sound man make a loop of his heartbeat, and
Cool.
we use it as intro. So it was like a minute heartbeat loop going through the fucking big PAs
Nice.
in a
Yeah, that's
festival.
awesome.
And that's cool. I don't know how many people picked up on that or not, but it doesn't matter. But we still played the song, uh, and that was really cool, because that's like those festivals are great, because you get people from other bands watching you. I've seen there was like the Ginger guys on the side of the stage, and the Lacuna Coil guys, and even though they're very very different bands from us,
Yeah.
they're watching and vibing it with us, that's really cool. That's what's cool about those festivals, when that kind of stuff happens. um we got to I got to watch a bunch of stuff I like too, like Gojira and Deftones. I got to go on a stage with the Deftones and sing Head Up with them. That was really cool. um yeah, so it's just fun. It's just fun, you know adding stuff. But Nailbomb for sure, that's a very unique record. It's kind of a cult, underground cult record that a
Yeah,
lot
I
of people
loved it.
like.
I'm a Ministry fan, so I always liked it because it kind of fell into that type of vein for me a little bit. I
Right.
thought it kind of had that early Ministry type vibe. And
Yeah.
yeah, it's great, man. I still listen. I listened to it earlier today, actually, so
Right.
it's still
Awesome,
on my
man.
playlist.
Yeah. Well, I think we will try to get some songs of that on the set list as well. It'll be cool.
Yeah. So what's the most important thing to you as a musician these days?
Uh Enjoy it. Like enjoy the because eventually, like everything in life, uh yeah, one day will be over, right?
Sure.
By whatever means. And I'm a guy, I don't even think about retirement. Like I will get in so much trouble if I retire, man. Uh,
Good to hear. Good to hear you're not planning
yeah.
on hanging up anytime soon either.
Nah, not me, man. I'm still so into the whole thing. Um, so I think, like, hearing from fans also that these songs have changed their life. That's I get that a lot, and it's pretty deep, and it's sincere.
Yeah,
It's an honest thing.
I
They're
think so.
not
I mean, I always
bullshit.
thought your lyrics were very different, and so I mean, they actually had some meaning to them. Not that I'm busting on anybody else. I listen to a lot of metal bands, but some of them don't have much substance. But a lot of your songs
Yeah.
really have a deeper meaning, a little more to them than just the
Yeah, I'm very, very direct. I'm by no means a great poet or anything like that, but I really try to get at least get the message direct. Like what you see is what you get, in some of the lyrics. But when talking with a lot of fans, I get a lot of, like, there was a guy last year, and he came to the show, and his brother was fighting cancer, and through the whole therapy treatment, he was listening to Soulfly,
nice.
and he say they helped him a lot. Unfortunately, his brother passed away, unfortunately, but just to knowing that the music was there helping him fight, it's huge. I don't even, because when you write those songs, I'm not thinking where they're gonna go. I'm just writing them, and I'm sitting at home, and this is what I write. And I'm just trying to do a good jam, make some cool lyrics, and make the whole thing. But where it goes from there, when the album is out, when you hear stories like that, it's cool. It's sometimes heavy, deep. um yeah, there's been, like, guys that said, military guys, Marines, yeah, we did missions in Afghanistan, listen to your music on the helicopter and stuff like that.
Yeah, nice. Well, I know for a fact too that I talked to John Bush a while back from Armored Saint, fronted Anthrax for a while. And one of the things he said was, he was talking about metal being kind of has this reputation of being angry music, of course. But it's also very cathartic. For a lot of people, I mean, it's kind of a healing thing that you get in touch maybe with some of those emotions or things that might be harder for you to deal with, through that music. It just brings it out. And so I think it's a very positive thing for a lot of people, to take that sort of, that heavy energy and that beat and anger too that comes with it, because we all have that within us. We all need to kind of let that out a little bit. It's a little bit of a primitive type thing, but it's true, and I
Yeah, yeah,
think
I
metal
agree.
does that for a lot of people, including myself,
I totally agree, and it's a healthy way to actually
Yeah.
get those feelings out. Much healthier than other ways of letting your anger out, like with other people does with violence and guns and stuff like that. I think that's the metal way, like going to the show and leaving it all out there, letting all those feelings out during the con. It's like a killer way to express all your whatever you're feeling.
Yeah, I've left there like covered with sweat from being in the pit, all drained, but I feel great. Like, when you do a good
Right?
exercise routine or something, and then you're just like pumped up, like awake for
There you,
hours after the show and stuff. So
there
yeah.
you go. That's the feeling. That's the feeling.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, there's a lot of us in the audience, that you do that for. So I appreciate that, man, because when we come to see you live, I mean, man, you lay it out there, so it's great. So,
Thanks, man. Appreciate
yeah,
it.
appreciate, I mean, everything you do. I appreciate you taking time. I'm sure you probably have some other people to get to today. I know you're doing quite a few interviews. So I won't try to run you over and take somebody else's time, but absolutely appreciate the chance to talk to you today. Huge fan, and I should be seeing you out on the tour real soon.
Right on, brother. Appreciate it.